Hello, hello. My name is Dom, and I will be leading you through a basic yoga practice today. So we can start out by any easy seated, comfortable position. So you can find easy seated or sukhasana. So your knees can be, your ankles can be a little bit further away or closer, just depending on your comfort level. Finding your sit bones on the ground. Let's just find the breath. So eyes can go down low or closed if that's comfortable. And just kind of notice where your breath is, whether that's just in the chest area, if you're breathing fully and deeply. So just notice here. Maybe tuning into the sounds around you, the music. And then we'll take some collective breaths. So empty out all of the air. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead, fill up, palms come to touch. Fill up to full lung capacity, and then exhale, hands come down to heart center, empty it out. 2 more just like that at your pace, so inhale, fill up. Fill up through the belly, the lungs, and the chest, and empty it out as your hands lower down to heart center. Last one, inhale, fill up. Exhale, hands lower down. This time we'll find a twist. So placing the right hand back and behind you, left hand out in front of you, and here we'll find a long, tall spine, and then exhale to twist. So inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale one more time. Exhale to slowly unravel, and we take it to the other side. Left hand back and behind you, right hand out in front. Inhale for a long, tall spine. Exhale to deepen the twist. And taking that with your breath 2 more times. Imagine a string holding the spine long and tall. Gaze can go over the left shoulder. 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale, and slowly unravel. So for some lateral side bends, inhale the hands overhead, palms come to touch, and this time we set the right hand down. We draw a line across the ceiling with our left hand. Hip stays on the ground, chest stays open. We don't want too much compression or falling down, rather an opening in the side body. Another breath here, inhale, exhale, maybe you lower down. Inhale, slowly press up, hands come overhead, left hand reaches down. This time we're drawing a line across the ceiling with the right hand. Same thing, chest stays lifted, creating space in the side body. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling, or maybe it's down if that's safer for your spine, for your cervical spine. 1 more breath. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, lower that hand down, and we'll just take some seated cat-cows. So walking the hands just a little out front here. So empty out the air. And then inhale to round the back. Belly in, pulls into the spine, chin towards the chest. And then we allow the belly to swoop forward, chest stays open. So inhale, exhale, chin to the chest. Just creating space in the spine. A couple more times at your pace. Articulating the spaces. All right, and then we can let that go, meeting in a tabletop position. So with our tabletop position, wrists are below the shoulders, feet are right behind you, knees below the hips. And it's almost like you have a suction cup. That way you're distributing the weight evenly throughout the fingers, pressing into the mat. And then here we'll find our cat-cows. So inhale, pelvic tilts, chest opens, gaze is up. Exhale, round the back, belly into the spine. Taking what you need here, so maybe just pausing in areas that you need to, maybe shifting side to side. This is a yoga practice, and so you make it your own. I'm just here to guide you. 1 more breath in. All right, let that go. So here we'll go ahead and extend the left leg back and behind. We want the hips to stay squared, foot is flexed. Once we have our balance, right hand lifts up. Lower right hand down, left knee down. Extend the right foot out, flexing the foot, finding your balance, and then left hand reaches up. Let that go. All right, so we'll do that again. Extend left leg back, right hand forward, and switch. Take it 2 more times on either side. We'll finish up this round. Extending it out. Right hand's out in front. Here, can we take our elbow towards our knee for a tap? Just twice. Extend, lower the knee and hand down. Right side kicks out. Left hand reaches forward. You find your balance. And then tap. 1, extend. All right, lower that down, let that go. Let's flip the feet. Send the hips up into your first down dog. All right, as we find our down dog here. You can pedal out the knees, bending the left, bending the right. Maybe we find 3-legged down dog, so right leg lifts up high. Rotating at the ankle. Hips stay squared. Lower right foot down, left foot reaches up. Rolling out the ankles. Left leg steps down. Generous bend in the knees. And let's walk our hands up towards our body. And then slowly roll up. Shoulders roll down and back. And then we'll make our way all the way to the top of the mat with our zombie walk, extending, flexing the foot, taking it all the way towards the top of the mat, and once again finding mountain. Feet hip width distance apart. Feet hip width distance apart. Pelvic slightly tilted, tucked. Shoulders roll down and back, chin is parallel to the mat, and here we have our standard anatomical position, our mountain posture. So just taking some breaths here, noticing. And then we'll begin our sun salutations. Inhale the hands up overhead, taking the first round slow. Bicep towards the ears, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, generous bend in the knees as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come towards the shin, neutral spine, gazes forward, lower down, planting the hands down, stepping back into a plank. So here, core is engaged, wrists are above the shoulders, and then yoga push-up, we lower down. So inhale, shift the weight, exhale, we can come to the knees first, lower down, inhale, foot is flat, thighs pressing into the mat. Inhale, lift up for our up dog. Flip the feet, we have down dog. And then walk the hands towards the feet. Generous bend, inhale, lifting all the way up. Hands come down to heart center, maybe towards our hips, and we're gonna walk all the way back up to the front once more. All right, see if we can make a full salutation versus just a variation in this beginning. So inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's send our right leg back for a low lunge. Knee is lowered. And then inhale, shine the heart. Hands come overhead, bicep towards the ears. Weight is in that front heel. We want our hips squared. We don't want any runaway movements. So our hips are squared. We can lean it forward. Plant the hands. Lift up the right leg. Step it back and flow through. Always option for the knees to be down. Maybe this time from a plank, we lower all the way down. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, flip the feet. Down dog. And then right leg steps forward.
Left leg meets the right. You're in a fold and lift all the way up. One more side on the left side. We'll add some variations with balance after this. So inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come to the shin. Back is neutral. Lower the hands down, step the left foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, hands lift up overhead. Hands lift up overhead, bicep towards the ear. Lower the hands down. Left leg lifts, right leg steps back, and then we flow through. Left leg steps forward underneath the chest, right leg meets the left. You're gonna fold and then inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands are down. Traditionally, sun salutations are done 108 times on both sides. Today we'll leave it with one more on either side with the balance variation. So inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Right leg steps back for a high lunge. So you're on that ball of the right leg, pressing down in the heel of the front leg. Legs are on opposite tracks. Hinge at the hips to lift up. Inhale and exhale. Holding it here, pressing the thighs together to square the hips. Hands can be up overhead, hands can be at heart center, hands can even be at the hips. All right, here we'll take momentum and then we'll go in towards a warrior three. So pressing off with that front leg, left leg, pressing off with that front leg, back leg lifts up. And maybe we try it again. So we're gonna go into a warrior three, using that momentum, kick back, flex the back leg. Warrior three, hands can be at heart center, hands can extend out. Step that right foot back. Now we'll find a warrior two. So we have heel to heel alignment. Heel to heel alignment, arms extend out. We have an opening in the hips. So taking a breath here. Inhale and exhale. All right, lower left hand down on the inside of the left leg. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale. Extended side angle. So here, hand can come towards the block. You can just allow it to stay on the inside of the leg. Reverse the warrior. So taking the hand either towards the back quad or at the base of the spine. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna cartwheel the arms, lift up that back heel and flow through, or just meet in down dog, taking what you need here. Paddle it out. Pedal it out, and then we'll go ahead and reach the left leg high, step it through. Let's see. Can we pause for a moment? All right, I guess I can keep going, but just cut for just a second because I'm on the wrong side. So from here, you can start over once more in our downward facing dog, pedaling it out. Right leg lifts up high, right leg steps through. Squaring the hips, inhale, reach up. We've got our high lunge. Inhale and exhale. And then here we take our hands to heart center, kicking up, finding that warrior three on the left side. Kicking up, flexing that back foot, hands can stay at heart center, hands can extend back. Inhale and exhale. And then gently plant the left leg back. Warrior two on the other leg. So as we set up, we have heel to heel alignment. You can extend the arms out like a letter T, Gaze can go out towards that right arm. Inhale. Exhale, tick-tock the arms for our extended side angle. So here we want an opening in the chest, shoulders stay up. We still have a bend in that front leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Hand can be at the leg, can be at the base of the spine, but we want opening in the side body. Inhale, exhale. And then go ahead and cartwheel your arms, lift that back heel, plant the hands, step it back, flow through once more. Hips are up. Paddle it out. This time we walk our feet towards our hands. Stepping it up. Feet can come a little bit more than hip width distance apart. Generous bend at the knees. Fold forward. Finding a ragdoll fold, grabbing opposite elbows, allowing the head to hang heavy. Shifting left and right. Nodding yes or no. Let it all go. Planting the right hand in front of the right foot. Inhale, left hand reaches up towards the sky for a ragdoll twist. Inhale. Exhale, lower left hand down. And we'll switch sides. Left hand is planted in front of the left leg. Right hand reaches up. Ragdoll twist on the other side. Inhale and exhale. Lower that right hand down. You're in a fold and slowly lift all the way up to standing. Hands up overhead. And then sit down into a chair. So feet are planted, sitting down into a chair. We'll hold it here for just a breath or two. Inhale and exhale, sending the hips down. Chest stays lifted. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way to standing. Hands come down heart center. We can face the long side of the mat. Here we'll work with tree pose. So planting the left foot down, really rooted, opening up the right leg. So here you can find a kickstand. You can lift the leg below the knee or above the knee. We just want that opening in the external rotation of the thigh. Hands can be at the hips, at heart center. Once you find your balance, maybe finding a spot just a little bit out in front of you to focus on. And then inhale, extend the arms out to grow your tree. Keeping that balance, or just noticing where your balance is today. One more breath. Exhale, lower the hands down. Right leg sweeps in, step it down, shake it off, let it go. And we'll do the right side. So getting really rooted on the right side. Left foot can open up. You can either find your kickstand or lift it up below the knee or above the knee or below the knee. Wherever that is for you, finding your foundation of your tree. Gaze is out a little bit forward to help finding your focus point for a balance. Hands can be at the hips, hands can be at heart center. So you find your foundation, your balance, or just notice where it is today, then you can extend your arms out to grow your tree. Inhale and exhale. All right, hands come to the heart center, hands lower down. Bring that left leg in, step it down, shake it off, and let it go. All right, so that is our tree posture. We work with Warrior 3 as well. And so now for balance, we'll go ahead and inhale the hands up overhead. And just a standing stick. So our hands up are up overhead. Let's walk towards the back of the mat. Take a big step out with your right foot. And then just send the chest forward. So just balancing stick, not extended all the way. Lower down, to your edge. And then inhale, lift up. We'll switch sides. Walking back to the back of the mat. Left leg steps forward, sending the chest forward, lifting up the right leg. Balancing stick. Inhale, step it down, let it go. All right, so let's inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead and plant the hands, lower the knees down. And then we'll come to a seated position with our feet out in front of us. All right. Feet are out in front of us. Knees are lifted. Here we're gonna work with boat pose. So as we begin to decline back down, take a imaginary string. Imagine it's pulling your spine long and tall. Chest is lifted. And then hands can be placed behind you for support to lift your shins parallel towards the ground. You can lift the hands. They can be extended out. So here we have boat pose. We want activation in the core to lift us up. Inhale and exhale. If you want it a little bit spicier, you can extend the legs out. Maybe it's not in my practice today. Maybe it's in your practice today. Taking it where you need. And then slowly lower down. Lower the feet down. And then we will begin to decline our backs towards the mat. So lower back, slow and controlled. Extend the arms out in front of you and lower down. Lower down all the way. All right, so here we can plant the left hand, stamp the left foot on the ceiling, and then bring the left ankle across the knee, pressing into the thigh. Right hip point is down, and then threading the hands underneath the thigh to bring it closer towards the body. Shoulders are relaxed, chin is towards the chest. Figure four, supine figure four. Kicking that right leg up, set it down. Left leg stamps up, lower down. Right leg is up towards the ceiling, finding your supine figure four on the other side. Tractioning out that leg. And then threading the hands underneath the thigh to pull it closer towards the body. Again, shoulders are relaxed. Chin is towards the chest. Maybe you just find stillness here, noticing the difference between the left side and the right. Sending the breath to areas of tension. Maybe rocking side to side. Left foot lowers, right foot towards the sky. Set it down. And this time we'll take both knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. And then here, we'll allow the knees to come towards the shoulders. Hands can come towards the outside of our foot for a happy baby, a great hip opener. So shoulders are back, down and back. Maybe rock side to side. Taking what you need here, maybe extending one leg out, just extending the other leg out. Releasing the feet, knees come together and extend the legs all the way out. Hands reach above the head for a full morning stretch. All right, and then bringing the arms down here will allow the knees to come in. We're just going to bring the shins parallel to the ground and then allow them to fall over to the right side. So here we have a double, let's see, extend the arms out, a supine twist. So gaze can go over the left shoulder, knees are towards the right. This is a full spinal twist. And And this is allowing the body to fall back into a rest and digest state of the parasympathetic state of rest and digest. Inhale, exhale. Maybe notice the thighs a little bit lower than the hip point. All right, and then slowly bringing the knees back up. Shins are parallel towards the ground and allow them to fall over towards the left side. Arms can be extended out like a letter T, or you can goalpost the arms and gaze can go over the right side. Inhale and exhale. Couple breaths here. Drawing the arms back into the body and the knees stack over the hips. You can extend them out, beginning to set up for your Shavasana. So Shavasana, or our final resting posture, final recovery, is just where either we lie back flat. So this is the corpse pose, final recovery, or you can have your final recovery in any position. So whether that's allowing the legs to come to a butterfly, or maybe even lying down on this side with the legs stacked, resting on the elbows, taking what you need here for your Shavasana. So we'll begin to work through a guided relaxation in our Shavasana. So as you lie down flat or any recovery posture, allow the eyes to go down low or closed, and we'll just tune in from the feet, rocking out the ankles, rolling out the ankles, noticing any sensation in the legs, checking in with the hips and spine, allowing any tension to melt back down into the mat. The shoulders are down and away from the ears. Tongue is removed from the roof of the throat, the roof of the tongue. No tension in the jaw. Just a full inward scan of the body. Noticing any shifts between the beginning of class and to where we are now. And you can pause for an extra long Shavasana, but we'll be here for another minute. Again, noticing the sensations, allowing the breath to flow through, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Body begins to melt down into the mat. So as we begin to call awareness back into the body, you can wiggle the fingers, the toes. Maybe open the eyes to gaze around your surroundings. Then you can rock over to either side in a fetal-like position, maybe stacking the legs, allowing the head to rest on towards your arms. And then with the help of the hand, pressing into the mat to lift up. So any easy seated comfortable position. And then we'll finish out our class with some final breaths together. Invitation to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. So we empty the air out. We'll do 3 rounds of 3-part breath. So on an exhale, empty out all the air. Inhale, fill up through the throat, collarbones, chest, belly. Inhale, fill up, fill up, fill up. And then empty it out. Belly empties, chest empties, collarbone, empty, empty, empty. 2 more just like that. Inhale, fill up through the collarbones, the chest, the belly, fill up all the way, and then empty it out. Inhale, fill up. Last one, final one, fill up, full lung capacity, and then empty it out.
Again, shake it off, noticing any shifts. And this is the end of your 30-minute practice with me. Hope you enjoyed moving breath to movement and just giving yourself some time to be in the body. So thank you so much for practicing with me.